Leo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for October. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. Let's first pull some oracle messages. I want to get actually an idea of what's been going on in your past, your present, and your future with the Sword of Light Oracle. Let's get started. Thank you for tuning in, Leo. Hope you're all doing well. The fire signs have been on fire for October. Let's see if this keeps on going, Leo. I feel like you got a lot going on in your personal and professional life in this month. A lot of goals, right? Personal goals, relationship goals, and career goals. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Leos today. All right, Leo. Let's see what Spirit has to say here for your oracle messages for the month. Past, stay the course. Staying devoted and committed to the path that you are on. All right, stay the course. We'll read these in a moment. This is a blessing in disguise currently. You're grappling with a blessing in disguise. And in the future here, I'm going to see what I intuit from these in a second. What's the last one? Ooh, we're going to get a twofer here. We get a twofer for the future. Ooh, this is about your trusting in your divine purpose, Leo, and removing the blocks to that. All right. Stay the course. This is the past. The future, it's almost like Archangel Michael saying, the future is bright, Leo. Have faith. Look at that. Have faith. The light. Follow the light. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. I just feel like you have this beautiful invitation to see the good in a situation despite its bumpiness. It's truly, that is blessing in disguise energy. Be patient and have faith that your angels have the situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared to dream. Ooh, I feel like your wishes are flying on angels' wings right now. And they have been heard. Like your wishes and prayers have been heard. It's almost like Spirit's working on this. We have number 29 and number 33. That's 11, breaks down to 11 and 33, master numbers. You're mastering letting go and letting God, or letting Goddess, source. I just love that saying because it truly is. It's like, all right, I'm going to try not to panic here. I'm just going to surrender, and I'm going to keep the faith in a situation. And I think what you've been working on, Leo, is the fear trap of the ego. Because in the future, you're being guided not to respond to a situation that way. You have the light of truth. This is the sword of truth. This really reminds me of the Justice card and the Star card. And I wouldn't be surprised if they come out in your reading for the future. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Some of you have been afraid to go in a new direction out of fear. And now we have trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on a path of growth. This could be about someone you're dealing with where you're trying to learn from the experiences you've had. You're not necessarily giving up on this person, place, or thing. Some of you, this is someone you've been dealing with. Let's see. I'm going to clarify these energies. I feel like we're being guided. Spirit wants me to just go in whatever direction I'm guided. In these, it was almost like, Jenna, trust us enough to trust yourself and what you're feeling guided to do. It's interesting because my team is more like, they've been pulling away a little bit and going, trust yourself. Okay, Jenna, you've been doing this long enough. We're right here if you need us, but trust yourself. And that's a message for you and your spirit team. Trust yourself enough to know that they're there for you when you need them, but also you got it. You got this, Leo. You got this. Let's go into this past energy for you. You may have felt like you're going down the wrong road in your heart, but you got this sort of protection and truth. You're bringing emotional maturity to something, but maybe you've been dealing with someone who isn't or hasn't been. Yeah, a lot of you are about your independence, about the finer things, about your strength, your convictions, standing in what the garden you've created, waiting on a new opportunity, feeling tremendous growth in the patience around welcoming what's new in. This is past energy where you, I think, have been really devoted to your career, but you've also been waiting on a new opportunity. Wow. I love this energy for you, Leo. Here you are in the recent past, and you're standing strong in your energy, and you're being 100% patient. You had some sort of bumpy start around stabilizing in your energy frequency, but what you did was you actually, out of something that you've been waiting on, it's like you've been putting a lot of energy and time and resources into you. And it's allowed you to really like tame some part of your ego that makes it hard for you to wait. This Three of Wands energy has a lot to do with when we go from the 2 to the 3, it's like, you know, something big is coming. And it's like you're searching and you're scanning and you're like, what's that next thing? Where, I'm ready. You're showing spirit you're ready. And you've done the work to learn what you needed to learn this far. This is about 2. What I'm getting from this is trust yourself. And maybe that's what you've been learning. You've been glowing up, trusting in your own abilities, in your career. This is about your confidence. And it's like strong confidence that you're showing me here. This beautiful display of, I'm confident and I know I'm going to make the right decision. Despite things being a little off, I'm in the right place here. You are. There's something around this being patient and having faith around your dreams and your wishes. What is this blessing in disguise energy? You've gone from this place of self-mastery, almost self-restraint. It's really served you though. Oh my God. My goodness. That was, you know what? I'm going to put that back, Spirit, because when I don't know if it's upright or not, those were major energies, Chariot and Devil. I just didn't know if they were upright or not. But I do get a sense that you don't want any more deception, self-deception even. You're moving past a period of time where you're getting honest with yourself about what you want and what you deserve. Getting that. There it is. It is upright. Spirit was like, put it back if you're not sure. You've been having some sort of ego battle with somebody. Whenever I see the 5 of Swords and the Devil, you've been fighting for something. What is this about? Is this about a person or a situation? This is in reverse. Tower in reverse. Upright Tower is sometimes if you're going through too much ego battle or butting heads with somebody, things start to fall apart. But then Tower in reverse is actually you're looking back at something. I feel like you see this person is looking back. This could be a habit. It could be an actual toxic person. It could be a Capricorn around you. Okay. It doesn't have to be negative. But whenever I see the Devil, it's like, it's whatever we're chained to that we think we have no control over. And I think you're looking back. Whenever I see the Tower in reverse, it's like, it's literally going through something that's fallen apart or what you think is like, this is really like, I can't control the outcome. I have to let go. There's something around like you knowing you don't have control of the situation and releasing whatever you're surrendering, some sort of stalemate, battle. Why is the 5 of Swords here with the Tower in reverse? This is around what you came here to create as far as your level of long-term legacy success. Some of you have had to fight your way to the top. There's been a lot of competition. There's been backbiting. There's been gossip. There's been fallout. I feel like there's someone around you where there was some sort of fallout. Like they were exposed. And it was a blessing in disguise. Someone that you were almost like in like a silent tug of war with. I don't know if it was a competitor or I don't know who this is about, but this is around your long-term commitments and the unstableness, 2 of Pentacles, around the 10 of Pentacles, and a need for transformation. You have a lot of Scorpio energy in this. Some of you have Scorpio placements or you've been dealing with a Scorpio, Leo. You could be a Leo rising or a Leo sun or very close to Leo season, Virgo, close to Leo. I'm getting all that. where you may have been dealing with someone's toxic side, someone's ego, and there was something that was exposed or being exposed at this time, and you're having to look at something almost like, I feel like someone's being exposed, Tower in reverse with the devil, and you're like, oh my God, I knew it. It's like there's something going on this month. They're not even showing me, but it's a blessing in disguise. It's almost like you're going to see someone's true colors. It has to do with you ending any kind of codependency around feeling like you need anyone to be okay. And especially if you've been contending with someone who it's a competition. I feel like you're either in a love situation where it's been highly competitive, but it's all been silent, like been behind the scenes, or you're in a work situation where you had like someone you've been like competing with. Could even be a family member where there's been a lot of competition and a need to just stop fighting, I feel like you need to walk away from actively engaging in some sort of battle with someone's ego. That's what you're doing. And it could also be you, if you want to take this to self, you saying, you know what, I'm not going to let my fears and doubts and insecurities get in the way of what I want to rebuild in my life or build. I don't know why I said rebuild, but that's because the Tower's in reverse. It's like you're looking at what has had to fall apart as a blessing in disguise, and you're actually having to rebuild your life in some capacity after something fell apart. And you got what it takes. But you're trying to not have doubts and fears, because it's like, that's why Spirit is trying to encourage you right now. Stay the course. This is a blessing in disguise. Have no fear. Trust in divine purpose. That there is some sort of deep underpinning of a meaning here that you're going to understand more as time goes on. Again, I do feel like someone's true colors were exposed. This is like someone in your life, there's like a fall from grace. Okay? You could have found out something. And this is like picking up the pieces after. And you've been I definitely know that you've been dealing with somebody's ego. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to pull away. Yeah, there's been challenges here. Some of you, this is a connection where you're trying to lay the past to rest. And you're trying to see the bigger picture, be the bigger person. You're like, I don't want to compete with this person. Why are they always picking fights? Why are they always trying to compete with me? Why are they trying to it's almost like you might have somebody in your midst that they like to pick fights. What can I say? This feels like someone who's at war with themselves. And then it makes other people feel like they've got to fight them to get through to them. Ooh, you got somebody who's really has a lot that they're having to deal with within them. It feels like an external energy that they're having to almost be, they had a fall from grace. I feel like the fall from grace already happened. I don't know why I keep hearing fall from grace, fall from grace. It's not you. It's somebody in your life. But this person, you guys have had some sort of ego war. All right, there we go. There's the World. I'm sneaking that in. That was from a different deck, from a different reading that I did earlier. It's almost like you don't know it, but you're wrapping up a cycle where you've had to learn a lot about your healthy boundaries. You're standing in your masculine energy here. And you're saying, you know what, I have a limit here to what I will tolerate. You're on the path of growth, and I think it's time for you to wrap up a cycle with a contentious person, even. Someone who knows how to trigger. This is someone who's they're triggered. They're easily triggerable. They might have anger volatility. And you've been dealing with that. Yeah. Look at that. Wow. We have the 7 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. I think that you're tiptoeing around a situation, and you're going to be claiming victory here, because I feel like what you're doing is you're overcoming either the fear trap of your own ego around playing small, around daring to dream, right? I'm sorry, my stomach's really growling. It's time for breakfast. I got up really early this morning. Sometimes y'all wake me up super early to download the messages. You are wrapping up a cycle where you've had a lot of fear come up because you've been dealing with somebody in ego triggered responses who's had a fall from grace. And you're trying to free yourself from a dynamic, but it's allowed you to grow in such a way where you've gained a lot of maturity and wisdom. And I feel like you're seeing a situation for what it is, and you're claiming victory and success here. And I think you're going to have a lot of fulfillment coming in because you've learned healthy boundaries. I think you've been putting somebody in their place and they are not happy about it. You may be deciding to walk away from a situation because it's a blessing in disguise. Whatever you've had to fight up against, it could have been a toxic coworker, a toxic boss. Sometimes that devil energy is someone you put on a pedestal and they have a fall from grace and you're like, oh, they're human. Like they're not infallible. There's something around you also trusting in your ability to be successful, Leo, because you have the goods. You have what it takes, right? Some of you are beating out the edge of a competition. You're trying to not let your fears get the better of you. I do believe mostly what I'm seeing here is Spirit is trying to guide you through a difficult dynamic, either in work or at home, and where your ego has wanted to deal with it. And now it's like you don't want to deal with that anymore, with that trap. So you're freeing yourself. You've been holding yourself back. This is you either holding yourself back out of fear of actual success, fear of taking risks, and or you're having to stand up to somebody today. You may even do this after this reading where you're like, I will no longer tolerate the way you treat me. I'm taking a stand, come what may. There's something that you're exercising in your judgment this month around putting up a healthy boundary and strategizing for your success. You're going to be celebrating something by month's end. You may be beating out the competition in a new work situation or getting a new contract or having a judgment call about a connection in your life and about no longer tolerating someone's toxicity and the way they treat you. I'm telling you, you are gaining. This is like reclaim your power, Leo. Stand up for yourselves, okay, sweethearts? I think that you're going in a passionate new direction. You planted the seeds. Don't let anyone deter you from that, okay? Not even your ego. You will have victory and success. Some of you are letting go of a toxic situation, whatever it is. That's what this mostly feels like. You're letting go of a toxic situation. It's taught you a lot. You could be silently tiptoeing out of the door, quietly, saying, you know what? It's time for me to cut this out. It's not serving me. I'm going in a new direction. And that path I'm aligning with, I'm going to succeed. And you've got a lot of support helping you with this. Some of you are leaving a toxic situation this month. And you're going to feel victorious because you're finally going to say no. 3 of Wands. You've definitely been reevaluating a situation, trying to take a step back. This is sideways. Queen of Swords. Things have gotten icy, but you've needed this. You've needed this to get better perspective over what you've been tolerating and what you've been dealing with. This bumpy road you've been on. Strength, there you are. You know what? Spirit is saying your advice here is to pull back your energy, all right? And to be patient and to put up healthy boundaries. I think you've had a hard time with boundaries around somebody in your life that had a fall from grace, that is showing up in toxic ways, that is kind of like off and on, in and out. They have a push-pull dynamic with you. And this could be someone who you live with. And you're trying to move on and make good choices when it comes to what needs to shift in this dynamic. What you will no longer tolerate when it comes to someone always challenging you. Like, come on now. Like, really? Where's the love? Let's nurture this. You may not be seeing eye to eye and you're trying to ground your energy in this situation with somebody. And you're trying to find clarity and perspective around what you're trying to create long term with somebody and trying to get on the same page. And if you can't, you may just decide this month you either need to put some bad blood behind you in a connection and move forward and regroup, right? And not give up on it, but make necessary adjustments that are healthy for you, or realize, hey, this isn't gonna be good for me, and really let go. Because you feel like you're standing strong right now. You've gained some sort of confidence, some level of independence around what's good for you. And I don't think, this is like Spirit saying, don't compromise your values, your morals and beliefs just because you're dealing with someone who already is or will. All right. You don't need to tolerate that because you're committed to somebody. You decide, you cut away. Don't let someone rile you and play that triggered ego war with somebody. That doesn't cultivate emotional safety, right? So if you two can't bring the love back and you're at war with each other and there's been deep conflict, it's time to step away from that paradigm. Cut away at it. Your path of victory and success is in you doing what's best for you, Leo, this month. Boundaries. Having the strength and the inner resolve to have healthy boundaries is one of the hardest things we will do in this lifetime. All right, let's get a final oracle message from the Animal Apothecary. You're riding some stormy weather. It's up to you. Break through. Break through. They want me to read the first one. I'm getting that. Focus on the big picture. And you're going through a breakthrough this month. Number 29, which breaks down into 11. Interesting. And number 29, stay the course. Or read this again. Brighter days are coming. Better days are coming. Focus on the light. You're protected. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. Some of you are in a connection, or you're entering into a connection, and there's a lot of like, I feel like mostly this could have to do with you waiting on a change in your career, and you've been dealing with an unhealthy situation. Whatever this is in your life, Spirit is saying try not to panic about it. You're going to have a breakthrough. Let's read this number 29. Lizard brain. The medicine of this card comes through when you're about to level up and have an amazing breakthrough, but you must be made aware that your lizard brain may attempt self-sabotage. The eye opening in this image is likened to a seed ripping open to become self-realized. The reptile I had in the bottom of the card represents our unconscious reptilian brain. The limbic system. This part of the brain represents fear, flight, fight, addictions, and other emotional behaviors. It hates change and thinks it can keep you safe by pulling you back from taking important risks that can lead to great success. The lizard brain will drown you in fear of potential failure and tell you to stay in that job or relationship that makes you miserable because there is a strange safety in the familiarity of what you know. Hey, at least you know it's horrible, so that's safe, right? Wrong. This is just some of the garbage logic of the lizard brain, the master of self-sabotage. This card is about surpassing the prehistoric programming of our beliefs and behaviors to evolve into who we know we can be. The art of your breakthrough is the determined effort to constantly question your perception. Take a moment to analyze a current obstacle or moment of resistance you are dealing with. This obstacle is a golden nugget moment to challenge your perception. Examine the story in your mind's eye. Even being aware that you just got hijacked by lizard brain doesn't necessarily dispel all the worry running through your body. At this moment, you may have to just move forward while still feeling fear and not believing fully in yourself. But the action of going forward is what will lead you to the critical breakthrough. Yes. So you need to trust in the divine purpose and remove the fear that is being churned. There is a breakthrough coming, Leo. They want me to look to real briefly. 19 breaks down to 10-1. You're at a new beginning here. If you can do this breakthrough energy and follow the guidance. Visionary Hawk. Let's read. Hawk is asking you to take control of your thoughts. Stop playing victim to external circumstances and own the truth that you create your own reality. Declare that your life is going to be the most fulfilling, prosperous, and joyful you have ever experienced. Proclaim that you have overcome all obstacles, your self-doubt, and your insecurities because you have a gift that you and only you were created to share. Regardless of whether your current situation is less than desirable, this card comes as a confirmation that something beautiful is awaiting you. But the first step is to make that decision to get out of your ego's limited perception. Testify to the world and yourself that something big is awaiting you. Not even your disbelief in yourself will stop you from fulfilling your purpose. Hawks Medicine asks you to immediately snap out of whatever discouraging story may be playing in your mind and immediately focus on the power of all the achievements that await you. Some of you, this is like, don't play small in a connection and don't play small when it comes to your life purpose, because you are bigger than that and you can have that vision and you can actually have a higher perspective of your life. Basically, don't settle for anything less. Okay? That's my message, Milo. Leo, you got this. Okay? Stumbled on the Leo. You could be stumbling on you feeling safe and secure moving forward right now, and fear's coming up. But Spirit's got you. Trust. Drop the ego. This was very helpful guidance. I hope it helped you. Take care.